All right, bet.
We're gonna have the Haitian priest call your line.
In the city she uttered her words, saying, "How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?"
Yeah.
And the scorners delight their scorning.
Yeah. How long you gonna play around, man? How long you gonna refuse sound doctrine? How long you gonna follow after these heathens? How long you gonna follow after madness? Go ahead.
And fools hate knowledge.
And fools hate knowledge, man. So we have all right. When you see us out here teaching this word, you don't inquire. You just blurting out random scornings. You ain't even seeing what we talking about. We have right to call you a fool, man. We have right to say that the Lord's gonna deal with you, man. Because we ain't out here just cussing people out. We out here to edify. We out here to seal the elect and let our people know that we about to get out of here, man. So if you wanna talk smack to us, that's cool. Because you only disrespecting the Lord, man. And guess what? You disrespect the Lord, ain't nothing we can do to get the Lord off your ass, man. No?
Turn you at my reproof, behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you.
Right. This is how he makes his word known. Not only are we teaching, but we're breaking down what the scriptures say. What it says when they read the scriptures, they gave the sense of it.
Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
So how has the Lord called and you refused? When you was driving down 24th Street, you ain't doing too much of nothing, just cruising. You hear the word of the Lord, you hear it for a reason. You drive by for a reason. The Lord don't put you He don't put you in areas that you don't supposed to be in. So you hear the word and you refuse. How did you refuse? Because you kept on cruising down 24th Street, smoking on your blunt or doing whatever. You're pretty much playing around, BSing. And then when that time comes, when the Lord brings in that judgment, or when something happens to you or your family or somebody close to you, then it's like, well, why, Lord, why? Because you refused when I called, man. You remember them brothers down on 24th? That was your calling, man.
Right here. This is Matthew 22:9. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage.
And as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. The marriage of what? All right? The marriage of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. This is about reeling in the elect, man. Because it goes into Revelation. It says, I believe it's Revelation. This is a wedding, man. We're going to be dressed in white apparel. Okay?
I can keep going on that.
Yeah,
this is talking about a wedding as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 10 says, so those servants went out into the highways and gathered together as many as they could find.
Yep.
As many as they found.
Our job is to come out here and teach the word in sincerity, in truth, and edification. All right? If you walking by, you hear it, we're gonna edify. We're gonna break down the scriptures how they're supposed to be broken down. We're gonna speak this truth, whether you agree with what's being said or not.
Like I said, freely receive, freely give.
Freely give.
And you ain't gotta go do nothing extra to get you. Just listen.
Yeah.
Listen to the Bible.
It's not hard. Go ahead.
Both bad and good.
Yep.
And the wedding
because not everybody that walks by, everybody that drives by, is part of the elect, or has a possibility of being part of the elect. But guess what? We still gonna teach this word the same way.
And everybody that come into this word wasn't always the best of dudes.
Yeah.
All right, you had people that did turn their life around. That's why I said good and bad. Okay? People come from all walks of life and put off that old man.
And also with that, it's don't just go to a particular type of people either, because you had the scribes scribes and them was beefing about him eating with the publicans. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody. That's the purpose of the highway. So everybody, all these people like, hey, that's on them if they don't never. They can't say they didn't know though.
And the wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not a wedding garment. And he said unto him, Friend, how comest thou in hither not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. You know, he didn't know what to say.
That's like going up to somebody, hey, yeah, you supposed to be here. Yeah, I know. Okay, my bad. Y'all make sure I shouldn't car get out of record time.
Yeah, but never do. And then said the king to the servant, Bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There should be weeping and gnashing of teeth, for many are called, but few are chosen.
That's the end result, man. Many are called, and few are chosen. The Most High don't deal with big numbers. He don't deal with how popular you are. He deal with your sincerity. He says the poor of the earth we're rich in faith, man. And it's not too many out here that's rich in faith.
Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. The point is in verse 2. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt.
Yeah, some to everlasting life and to some everlasting shame and contempt. That's why we say when we come out and teach this word, it's really up to the Most High whether you're gonna pay attention to it or not. But you got people that drive by like this ain't nothing. And guess what? Then you got certain people that wake up to this thing and like take heed to it, man. But those that wake up to everlasting shame and contempt is those that was scoffing at the prophets, those that didn't want to take heed to the wisdom, those that played with the Lord. Opposed to the men that get everlasting life, those are the people that took heed, man. Those are the people that listen to the Lord, man. Which goes in, because you got more people that don't believe in the Lord than people that follow the Lord.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse.
And that's why we mentioned don't play with you're not supposed to play with your salvation, man. You can play with your children, don't play with your salvation. That's more important than anything, man. The point is doing what you got to do to get the hell up out of here. Not doing the bare minimum to please men. Go ahead.
Proverbs 1 and 23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called, and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded.
Yep. Y'all took it like it was nothing, man. We out here teaching. This should be something that you want to acquire about, man. But we're not surprised that you don't. You refuse the word because the Most High didn't choose everybody. Because you have better things to do in this life of slavery.
But ye have said it not all my counsel, and will none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear comes.
Yeah, so when the time comes, when Jacob's trouble hits, and things really start getting start getting bad out here, you people that's rolling by without even inquiring about the word or just going about your daily lives, guess what? The Most High said we're going to laugh at your calamity, man. He's going to laugh at your calamity. And we're not going to feel bad about it because we've been out here doing what he said. We're going to laugh too. Your baby gets smacked in the head by a brick and dies. We're going to laugh, man. Because you had a choice to come up here and listen to the word or keep going about your business. And you chose the latter, man. So yeah, to hell with you. We don't care. Go ahead, bro.
When your fear coming,
and you people, whoever, you don't have to agree, man. We're not out here to make buddies and friends, man. We're out here to do the will of our Father, man. Period. Go ahead.
When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your distraction cometh as a whirlwind, when your distress and anguish cometh upon you,
there's no respect to persons in judgment. When judgment come upon you and that fear come upon you, guess what? We ain't gonna help you out, man. You marked yourself. You Ezekiel 9:4 yourself, man.
Then they shall call upon me, but I will not answer.
It's gonna be too late, man. It's gonna be too late to call on the Lord. The Lord ain't closed his ears to you now, man. Because when you had what is that in the book of Sirach? While you had yet liberty, you loathed the law, man. You had a chance. You had a chance to do the right things and for Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi to sup with you, but you chose not to. Then when the times get bad, you're gonna be like, oh Lord, please help me, Lord. If you help me get out of this, I promise I'll never do this again. It's too late now, man. That's why we can't sit out here and slack. We can't. When we leave off these highways, we gotta have the same mentality, man.
Right.
When we leave from the camp and go out by ourselves, we have to have the same mentality. Or else it says a person that's doing it for man's sake is not a servant of the Lord, man. You're not a servant of the Lord if you don't keep the same mentality.
Then they shall call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early,
and then they're gonna be, because people do that now, man. They wonder why the Lord ain't answering their prayer. Wonder why the Lord ain't dealing with them, because you ain't looking for him, man. You ain't. That's how you know how Jake is. How these Negroes is. They wait till they get into a jam, and then you call on the Lord. No, it says back in Ecclesiastes, seek him while he may be found, man. When you doing good.
They shall seek me early.
Niggas go to jail and pick up Bibles. You've been had a chance to pick up the Bible, man. What was you waiting on?
For something to happen.
Yeah. What are you waiting for?
But shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord.
You hated knowledge and did not what?
Choose to fear the Lord.
You chose not, and when you go into the word fear, it's respect, it's a reverence. You chose not to respect the Lord, man. That's on you. Now, guess what? You make that bed, you gotta lay in it, right? That's what they say in the world. It's the same with the Lord. You refuse the Lord, you refuse to respect him, refuse to follow his law, statutes, and commandments. You gotta lay in that bed now, man. It says, that what a man soweth, he shall also reap. That's on you. The same with us. If we decide that I'm just going from the doji, I'm tired of this. Guess what? The Most High gonna jack you up. That's all.
All right. So go to Matthew 24 and 40. Go to 42 and then we're going to jump back to the second end.
It's Matthew 24 and 42 says, watch therefore, for you know not what hour your Lord doth come.
That's right, because we're going back into knowing the times, man. Discerning the time. That's what the brother just went in. Knowing knowing, basically having a respect for the Lord, okay, doing what you're supposed to do, and he gonna fight for you. If not, then he ain't. So this is what you gotta do, man. Go ahead.
It says, but know this, that if the good man of the house had known and would watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up.
That's right, man. If you knew that the Lord was coming back at a certain time, then you would be right. But no man knows the time. So that's why you gotta be ready. You ain't gotta get, what you said?
It says,
if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. So stay ready. This is how we stay ready. All right, we steady throughout the week, like the brother said. When we leave the highways, it's not just, oh, well, guess I ain't got to do nothing.